This is SportsCentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto on the Digital Sports Center presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And let's start in the NBA. Because Raptors fans, are you ready for this one? When all the Giannis trade talk started about a month ago, you all dreamed. I mean, maybe anything's possible, I guess.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
But now we're starting to get real intel. As Brian Windhorst on the Hoop Collective podcast said, quote, "The Raptors are a team that's starting to make noise within the league about looking for a big fish. So could Giannis be that big fish? Can you imagine? He would thrive in this environment. Think of the culture alone. Wayne's one of the most credible insiders in the business. But it wasn't just him. Doug Smith wrote in his Toronto Star column yesterday that he doesn't know if it'll happen, but that there's mutual interest between Giannis and the Raptors. Adding to the wild card would be cost. Count them, 2 sources, okay? This is getting real. And checking in with our friends at FanDuel, they have the Raps at 11-1 for Giannis' next team. With him sticking with the Bucks, still the favorite around even money, followed by the Spurs and Rockets. Giannis, listen, I've been told from Greek friends this is the best city for Greek food outside of Greece, so. To the NHL, and we're just 2 days away from the start of the Stanley Cup Final. A tasty rematch of last year's epic 7-game thriller that we can't wait to watch. And before we dive into the odds, let's first look at the biggest potential news. And that's the health of Connor McDavid, who chatted with training staff before leaving practice early on Sunday. But head coach Chris Knobloch said, "There's no major issue and Connor will be good to go for Game 1. Whew, thank goodness. I wasn't sure where we were going with that one. And that's crucial for Edmonton to be the first Canadian team to hoist the Stanley Cup since 1983. McDavid is currently the favorite to repeat for the Conn Smythe Trophy at +100, with Sergei Bobrovsky behind him at +270, with Barkov, Draisaitl, and Tkachuk filling out the list. In terms of the series odds, the Panthers are small underdogs to repeat at +102, with Edmonton at -122. And if the odds tell us anything, it's that we're looking at a long series, as the total game line is at 5.5. But we got some heavy juice on the over. I absolutely want this to be a long series. Let's go the distance. Let's have a rematch of Game 7, but this time Edmonton takes it all." Time now for my favorite segment and yours of We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And get the hyperbole alert ready, because this might be the greatest video the internet has ever given us. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. Like butter. What's the point system based on? How many laps do you have to do? What the heck? I hear you. I thought it was gonna splash the people. That was more satisfying. Whoa! That drip was sick! Okay, yeah, there might be better videos on the internet, maybe, but that was pretty satisfying. Almost as satisfying as soap cutting. To the ice, but let's talk some CHL. And last night, the London Knights capped off their incredible season by taking home the Memorial Cup. And for tournament MVP Easton Cowan, he ends his Knights career on top as a Memorial Cup champion. And with his time in the CHL officially over, we want to look at just how dominant a run he had with the London Knights before he moves on to his future with the Maple Leafs. First and foremost, we cannot talk about Cowan without talking about his scoring. He scored a point in 65 straight regular season games, the most ever in CHL history. And it's worth noting that he overtook Mario Lemieux to get that record. And if you're ever in the same conversation as Super Mario, you know you're doing something right. Cowan also found historic success in the postseason, as he ended his tenure with the second most points in OHL history, and was the only player ever to be the leading scorer at the Memorial Cup twice in a career. With all these accolades, Cowan really set himself apart from most players in CHL history. But one of the few who had similar success is fittingly former London Knight and current Maple Leaf Mitch Marner. Cowan and Marner both have had very impressive accolades with London, and were each first-round picks by the league. And with all these similarities, no one should be happier than the Leafs themselves, especially with the possibility of Marner leaving in free agency. Cowan's jump to the NHL could not be coming at a better time. Sure, it's hard to imagine how he'd match Marner's 100 points if he joins the team next season, but let's not forget Mitch put up 60 points as a rookie. And with how similar their junior careers were, is it out of the question that Easton Cowan could be somewhere in that ballpark? I mean, he is giving Mitch Marner energy, less golden retriever though, so maybe he needs to work on that. Other than that, I'm excited for this edition. That's it for me today. I'm Sarah Bick and Mouth Race for No Pacific. Have a good one.